Well, I guess my first exposure to punk was when I was a kid back in the 60s. I was a little kid and there was a band that used to rehearse in the apartment next to mine. And my father used to go over there and call them communists and threaten to kill them. Now it turns out many years later, I saw the Ramones movie, End of the Century, and that was my building. In the movie, it turns out Tommy Ramone grew up in the same building. So I ran into Tommy. This is many years later. I was playing a gig and his band was on the bill. So I talked to him about it, and that was his building, and that was him. That was him and Joey, the band they had in the 60s. So they I guess, you know, I heard the early version of the Ramones rehearsing right next door to me. So my father threatened to kill Joey Ramone and Tommy Ramone. So that's my first connection to punk. My next connection to punk is right around 1974 or 1975. Music started getting really bad. Right up until 74, we still had good rock and roll. And, you know, I was just a rocker, you know, long hair rocker. But around 75, music started getting really bad. And I went to see this band, the Electric Eels. And they all had, like, black and white suits and skinny ties and short hair. And then I saw this band, the Miamis. And then I saw Blondie. Blondie played in Central Park when it was really, really cold out, New Year's Eve, right? So I guess those were more like new wave bands, you know? And music was getting really bad. There wasn't really any good rock and roll left. We had to listen to old records or listen to 50s rock. Everything was like the Eagles, the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Barbra Streisand, you know, the Bee Gees. Music just got really bad like that. No more rock and roll. The spirit of rock and roll was gone. And then my friend Enrico, he told me, you got to go down and check out this band, Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers. And I had just turned old enough to go into a bar and be able to get in and not get immediately thrown out. So I go down. I gotta sit through like 10 shitty bands. It's getting really late at night. I'm tired. And the curtain goes back and boom, out comes Johnny Thunders. And it was like Johnny and Walter and Billy Rath, Jerry Nolan with the pink drum set. And they came out and the first song they played was Chinese Rocks. They came right out with Chinese Rocks. And it was like, boom, somebody shot an arrow right in here to me. I was like, wow, it sounds like all that good, like 50s rock and roll that I like. And B, my thought was, holy shit, these guys feel as fucked up about life as I do. These guys feel the way I feel. And then another friend of mine was the drummer in Wayne County, and he played me the Sex Pistols record when I came out. And I said, it sounds like Chuck Berry. So that's how I got into punk, you know, and from that day on, there and then, I just joined up with the punks, and that was it. It was like, you know, I couldn't pretend that the Eagles were good, you know. That's my problem. If I don't like something, I can't pretend that I fucking don't like it. That's my story.